Welcome, Pathfinders, to the Find the Path podcast actual play of the Mummy's Mask Adventure Path, episode 54.
The one with the explosion.
Hot, staying alive. Studio 54, come on. Disco Inferno.
Burn, baby, burn.
And that's applicable to this
Yes,
situation.
this is.
I think of that the singing gorilla that you used to see at Cracker Barrel where it's like, and it's hot, hot, hot.
I have no idea what you're talking
no
about.
idea.
Rachel has weird references.
That's a really
I mean,
like
mine went to going down, down, down in a burning ring of fire.
Oh, I didn't go Johnny
See,
Cash.
that That makes me think of Silent Hill, that song.
But Studio 54 makes me think disco, which makes me think the other thing.
That's fair.
Episode 54.
My
Disco
burning feet of fire.
My feet
Also,
burn with
is
destiny.
this not our 1 year episode too?
You know? I think you're right.
And it's going to start with a bang!
It's going to start.
We're going to New Year with a bang.
Jordan raises a valid point. Yeah, actually, I think this is our 54th episode. We launched with 3 episodes, which means that this would make this our 1 year anniversary.
And Jess and I get to make new characters.
Well, I mean, for the new year, yeah. New year, new characters.
I'm a ghoul.
Oh gosh.
TPK incoming.
We both just played Lamia.
I wish. I'll be a centaur cat lady. That's awesome.
Somebody's
we don't
playing
get
the
any
snakelet.
levels. We're just literally Lamia.
All right, we always draw lots on who gets to be the asp, and everybody else has to be like worm, date palm, and then unknown character.
Unknown character is actually really cool, and like whoever, they're mysterious.
His name is Jackass. That's why he won't tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Congratulations, guys. We've managed to make it through an entire year of Mummy's Mask.
God, it doesn't
so
seem
far.
like it's been that long.
I know. Time has, in fact, flown.
Although I generally find that to be true in Pathfinder in general. Like when we do adventure paths, and we've been playing for like a year on an adventure path, and I'm like, man, it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
I would like to point out for your characters, I believe it's been 10 days.
2 weeks or
exactly.
something ridiculous.
It's not even 2 weeks yet. Yeah, the longest 2 weeks
They've
ever.
been through a lot.
Time
buddies.
dilation. It's always the beauty of Pathfinder where I could just be like, it's been a year of us playing, but it's only been 10 days. And then the next session I could be like, 2 years passed.
It's been 10 days.
It's been 10 days. Yeah.
That's why,
Not even
like,
2 weeks.
I get paranoid whenever we play an adventure path, and you're like, "Oh, and a year has passed," and I'm like, "No, I know what happens in 1 day, let alone 1 year.
Right? You're level 37.
What have I seen?"
So you guys have finished book 2. 17 years later,
We should do
your
a
character's
special thing.
children come out and
We should do something special. I don't know what though.
pop some champagne.
I meant for like people that
hate
have
when you
actually
say
listened
that.
to us for a whole year.
Oh, yeah, maybe. We could come up with something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, thank you all for staying with us for a year. And I guess let's just go. When last we left our heroes, they had left the Windward Winds Oil Company, as well as their erstwhile companions, the Fated.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Friends for life.
Worm,
No.
jackass,
Sure.
and date palm.
They had stayed behind. All of you had made your way out. You had Onuris, or Onuris had on Hurrit. Freaking names. Do a quick flyby. I guess Onuris could have also done a flyby, but
That would've
I'm
been
a
more
lot
noticeable.
more noticeable.
yeah.
Not as fast.
He is golden.
Yes. Did a quick flyby of one of the nearby buildings that you've been kind of pointed in the direction of. At the very least, you knew that recently there had been some activity there with a shoeless man, the dreaded Barefooted Man.
Covered in markings, they said.
We don't know if it's the same barefooted man.
Yeah, but the likelihood is high.
There can't be that many people who are brave enough to walk around barefoot in the necropolis.
Also,
right?
Like all the poor people.
every compass in this whole place is broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
That's very concerning because it's going to make our jobs basically impossible. So it's a problem.
We just stumble upon the evil death cult or whatever, and there you go.
I would like to point out, as just a fun side note, that I believe your first were made aware of the Barefooted Man in episode 22.
Oh.
Wow.
So this has been a long track to find this guy.
If I was a slayer, I'd be like, targeted this guy. What is that study target they have?
Yeah,
That was, actually, it might have been the one before that. It might have been 21. Because that was the one with the indoor sandstorm. But I think you might have actually found out about him at the end of 21 when you ran into the jackals.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
Because the indoor sandstorm was part one of the fight against the div.
Yeah, it was the episode before that because you,
walked
as a
in.
character, didn't say anything, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, so all of this stuff is happening."
Sagira knew, if nothing else.
But anyway, you guys had done a quick flyby of the Pyramid of Arithmetic Bliss, which is probably one of my favorite names for a building.
There's a dog or something dog-like outside.
There's a dog.
There's a dog or
water.
dog-like thing.
And a pool.
A man or man-like thing.
It
Something
may or may
not
not
to
have
be
a color.
described. You had decided to make your way there, although along your way you checked your map and determined that there was an Elegite compass that was supposed to be located at the
Tomb of this guy.
tomb of
Mataya.
Menket Matya.
And it's broken.
Yep.
Descending down here, you had found signs that some 3 individuals had come here before you, and they appear to have broken your compass.
We're going to be asking
It's only
our
2 more
fated
left,
buddies.
right?
That are marked down on here. There are a couple of other marked on here that's just these are other ones that have been broken over time, so you might be able to salvage some more parts from them and go back to the first one that you had found when you first arrived in the dry veins was completely crushed.
Yep.
However, this one and the other one that you found were damaged, but not necessarily damaged beyond repair.
Yeah, I just haven't been able to figure out how in the world to fix them. So
You know that there's one much further. There's one like just inside of the wall, further off towards your west. But that's the opposite direction of where you're going now. You did a quick exploration. You found a Senate board, which is a board game. I don't think we really addressed that in the last episode.
You just called
but
it the Jumanji board.
yes.
It's a board game. It's not as fun as Jumanji. It's very simple.
It's a traditional Egyptian board game that I think replicates the journey from life to death, like everything that the
Seems
Egyptians did.
Right. You throw sticks, and how they land determines how many spaces you can move. And there's like a river symbol on one.
Jess bought one when we were at the King Tut exhibit in Korea.
And then I got gifted one.
Yeah,
We
were-
actually
Yeah.
got a fan send us one.
and then she wouldn't let me play anymore because I beat her every time.
I have bad luck with sticks and with dice, apparently.
Any game of chance is not for us.
So,
Although Sagira was not able to really identify it. Fortunately, you did put it in your pack, so it's going to be protected from the fireball that is now consuming the entirety of this room. So let's start things off with a bang. I will need a reflex save from everyone in the party except for Sitra, who is far enough away since she's observing the statues to actually be out of the range of the explosion.
Dang, that's a big boom.
I'm assuming that Onuris brought Onhurit up with him, since he's kind of just perched on your arm, and I'm assuming that Isra followed Sagira up too.
yeah, she's always on defend, so.
Yep, so I will need a reflex save from everyone. Rachel, take 5.
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm probably like staring at these statues, and I feel like this sudden
I'm gonna
hot
start
air behind
rolling
me.
damage
and then I
over
look
here.
back and go, "What the heck?"
Let me just roll this down.
God, Unheard has a better reflex save than I do.
He's a bird.
God, that's a lot of dice.
Like, have you not seen birds when you're like driving down the road and they're in the road and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna hit it," and then somehow miraculously you never do? Birds are quick, man.
All right, so let's start with Sagira.
21.
21 succeeds. Isra.
14.
14 succeeds.
Yay!
Sudi.
Sudi gets a 20 and has evasion.
20 will succeed. Onuris.
Onuris gets a 22,
The fast priest will succeed.
and then Onhurit gets a 22 or 21. Sorry.
21. That's also a fast bird, which will succeed. The party saves. Sudi, you take no damage as you just kind of feel this heat burning, beginning to build on your back, and just tuck and roll forward.
I've had a lot of experience.
The 2 animal companions, the priest and the ranger brawler up at point, however, still take 12 points of fire damage as this detonates and rolls over you, filling the air with the singeing smell of burnt flesh, burnt fur, and burnt feather, as there's just that cocoon, and the bird goes flying off. It's kind of surprised you even brought him down into the tomb.
I'm just gonna leave him upstairs for a ghoul to eat.
He can fly.
flies.
Why?
Maybe there's flying ghouls. We don't know.
Ghoul
Could have kept
birds.
an eye out. After this deafening explosion, Sitra, you dart your eyes over, seeing as this fireball envelops the far side of the room, burning past and nearly getting Sudi as well, blasting the wind past you. For a moment, you can't even breathe, as it seems to simply consume all of the oxygen in the room before you're able to take back in a breath, the concussive force nearly washing out past you and sending the sand scattered to the far edges of the room. The entirety of the building shakes subtly before settling again.
Hey, I think this was trapped.
She yells in the deafening silence.
You don't
Yeah.
say?
I think so.
Is it trapped still?
Ooh, I don't even know if I want to go up there.
Well, I can't close it again. And if I try to close it again and it explodes, that feels bad.
Citra sighs, and then she walks up there, warily checking for traps.
Onuris chooses to channel,
Yeah.
flooding the room with positive energy.
Everybody gets 13 hit points back.
Yay!
One fewer channel. Making your way leerily up. The sand turned glass underneath your feet, crunching as you ascend up the steps. Yeah, you can go ahead and make me a perception roll. Sadly, all of the paintings across the ceiling in this room did not survive this explosion. Even those outside of the radius were blown away
So
by
they
the
didn't
blast.
trigger a trap.
So they just ran. But not because you don't run from a trap. That's silly. Unless you trigger it, obviously.
Citra got a 30.
Yeah, this was trapped. Rolling as high as you did, actually. You kind of glance this over, you look over the trapped runes. There's a single part of the runes that's engraved on the outside of this. One that you could touch and slide that would not disarm the trap, but bypass it. Temporarily, the trap would automatically reset after 24 hours. It looks like it was used recently, judging by now it's kind of hard to tell where the dust was disturbed and wasn't here.
Looks like somebody used a bypass on it.
Then why'd they run? I'm going to look in this sarcophagus more fully now.
Very well. You can lean your head down and make a perception check if you wish.
You're not wearing a necklace, are you?
No.
The corpse
yeah.
lightly smolders because the fireball actually got inside of it as well.
19.
You look inside. There's the mummified remains of a figure within, still wearing his funerary mask, although the funerary mask is also slightly singed from the explosion.
Sorry, buddy.
You see that there are some grave goods lined along the outside of this corpse. Someone seems to have taken a few of these. They cracked it open, reached in here, took a few. Disturbed now, kind of rolled over, you see a familiar friend. Staring up at you is a cat-like mummified Uboski. Much like the magical one that had sent Sitra screaming in fear from the tomb at the House of the Pantheru. One that you know, as you glance down towards the corpse, not only protects its corpse via that frightful presence, but also provides a permanent sanctify corpse spell on any body that is interred with.
Nice.
Very good.
You think this man will rest peacefully, even though the thieves managed to bypass the explosive trap on top.
But that's why they ran, is because the Ubashki went and wailed.
I put my head back outside of it and go, you have one of those cat things that scared Sitra.
Oh.
She takes it out, just shakes it at Sitra.
No!
We leave it here because it keeps it all sanctified and whatnot. And so, where's that button I need to push to not get exploded again?
I think the trap's gone.
I'm
No,
not
it
taking any
resets.
chances.
It'll reset.
It does not reset.
Oh.
It can be bypassed and then it will reset, but once it triggers once.
Ah.
Okay, then I'm going to
It-
slide this close.
Yes.
Yeah, it won't go off again. The bypass is only to bypass it, but not to give it.
Eurus will.
If you can take 10 on a strength check and get a 14, you can close it on your own.
I can get it at 14. Exactly, on the dot.
On Eurus will say some prayers to Anubis and Toth and all of that jazz.
He's got a cat in there. Bastat's got him.
You offer up prayers to the two statues, Anubis and Toth, both perfectly out of the radius for this explosion.
That was intentional.
That was intentional. Smart
Stare
man.
down with the implacable eyes of stone and thousands of years. Both of them fine black statues glowed with gold. Whoever these grave robbers were, they were at least respectful or fearful enough of the gods not to attempt to flake the gold off of these.
Shall we
smart.
continue?
I guess so. We only have 3 days. Can't be looking at statues.
And we
all
can't
day.
waste any time. We need to go see if the other compasses are similarly damaged. If they are, we're going to have to try to repair at least 2.
I think we're heading straight for that not pyramid place. And then based on what we find there, we can find the others. Hopefully we find the asp at some point.
Or what's left of him.
You gather yourselves, ascend back up, your eyes difficultly adjusting back to the blazing light of day as you step out of the coolness of the tomb and then back out into the open air. You notice that the explosion below didn't seem to cause any damage to the building above, which is fortunate. You don't know how far the sound traveled. Hopefully not exceptionally, although the vibrations may have. Ascending up, you would find very little sign of any of the snakes or scorpions that you'd seen previously. They seem to have hightailed it somewhere.
Fair enough.
Stepping back out onto the street, yeah, it's quiet.
Let's hustle.
Yeah, I'm sure that probably drew some attention.
I suppose we will move with purpose.
If we find another one of these compasses that is broken, I'm with Sagira, and I think it's intentional.
Feels
Well, we
intentional.
know that the first one was broken because the building collapsed, and the second one was the Fated, and this one was Grave Robbers. It's not all connected incidents.
Yeah, but the more that we find that are broken, the less it feels. You know how coincidence is a thing? But if all of them are broken, but the church thought some of them worked, but all of them are gone.
Well, we're also finding evidence that they're recently broken.
Well, somebody took the crystal, which,
Again, because it detected as magical, just like that one did. That's why the Fated broke the other one.
true, but
It just seems odd.
I don't think it's any kind of conspiracy. I think it's just bad luck.
I don't know.
We've been having a fair amount of that lately. I don't like it.
Well, let's press on.
Maybe we'll find a dog.
Jackal.
Whatever.
You can
It's going to be a
wild
hellhound
empathy
or
it.
something
Ah,
ridiculous.
that'd be amazing.
Hound of
That'd be
Tindalos.
terrible.
Oh, God.
That'd be weird. We haven't messed with time, have we?
Not that we know of.
Our future selves did, though. Ha ha.
God.
I mean, stand and point at each other.
Technically, he did. He's from the wrong time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was reborn. I don't know if
yeah.
that's necessarily time
I
travel.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, if reincarnation was that bad of a thing, then
But-
Samsarans would be.
Yeah.
Except for we
problematic.
keep getting the "it wasn't supposed to happen" spiel.
Oh, true. But that feels more like somebody interfered, but it would have been a baby on your... Like, it wouldn't have been like...
I'm just joking. Like,
Oh.
I don't actually think a Hound of Tindalos is after yours.
I mean, that'd be real weird. Not the weirdest thing, but weird.
No.
I'm sad that we burned that mummy a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Sudi
Onuris
has-
is real upset about that.
Sudi does not like that.
I
If
told
we're
her I
running
was
into
sorry.
any Lovecraftian stuff in this adventure, it's going to be the Black Pharaoh and his ghouly ghouls. Probably the ghouls here probably all worship him.
They
to be
do.
honest.
If we become a ghoul, I want to be a cleric ghoul of Narlathotep. That sounds fun.
Why would you be helping us?
I don't know. Get
There
curious.
can
get
only be
curious.
one evil pharaoh.
I'm just curious. My motivation is y'all are weird.
You could be food, but you're a little too entertaining.
You need to be more powerful for you to be really tasty.
Oh, yeah, I like that you're like fattening them up.
I like an adventure at a crisp 20. I myself am not high enough to kill
You're
that
like the
adventurer, so I
pickiest-
must gain experience by
pickiest
traveling
ghoul
with you.
Fair enough.
I only eat free range adventurers.
Delicious.
This went down to cannibalism real quick.
Well, it's ghouls, so
Anywho.
You navigate your way through the city streets. The old gate is somewhere near here. There were once two gates making their way to and from Wati. The old gate itself had been stoned over solid in centuries and millennia past to allow only one way into the necropolis. One way in, one way out. This other side, from what you understand, is also reinforced by the voice of the spire. Approaching towards the structure.
I prepare to wild empathy if there's a dog.
Very well. Oh, did you want anyone else to make an appraise check on that Senate board you found?
Oh, yeah, I found this. Well, you know.
Sudi has no idea. He gets a 4.
I only got 12.
Nope, nope.
I slide
does
it
my
back.
profession curator do anything?
Sure.
21.
Do you want? It's old, it's ancient. Running your fingers along it, it's also magic.
What? I take it fully out of the back.
I detect magic.
What does it do? Is it a Ouija board hidden in disguise? You roll the sticks and the figures move. It's Jumanji!
How do we keep coming back to
It's a
Jumanji?
magic board game.
Everything comes back to Jumanji.
Obviously.
On
Onuris
yours,
has secretly been played this entire time by Robin Williams.
That's why Onuris has
God,
it
I
rolled
love
a
Robin
6 or an
Williams.
8.
I do love Robin.
on yours gets a 20 on spellcraft. That's the word.
With a 20 on spellcraft, you can successfully identify this as a game of fortunate passing.
That sounds ominous.
We need to play this game.
This wooden box contains a popular Syrian board game called Senate,
Called Jumanji.
a game which has been played since the earliest days of Osirian's first age. 10 pawns, 2 sets of 5, carved from petrified wood, are stored within the box. The top of the box serves as the game board, and with 3 rows of 10 squares each. Anyone out there, Google Senate, and you'll see exactly what this board is.
Yeah,
It's like a chessboard.
SENET, not like
Yes.
Senate, like SNA.
It's cool. We'll post a picture of it on the Twitter.
2 characters can play this game against each other, or a single character can play against the game itself. which animates to play against its opponent.
Oh, cool.
Jumanji.
While a mundane Senate game emulates the journey into the afterlife, a game of Fortunate Passing exerts genuine influence over its player's fate.
Whoa.
It's said that a winner gains the protection and favor of the gods of ancient Osirian. A game of Senate takes 30 minutes to play. At the end of this time, the players make opposed intelligence checks. Whoever wins the check wins the game. If it's playing against the game itself, the game has an effective intelligence bonus of +4.
Wow.
Winning a game of Senate with the game of Fortunate Passing, either against another player or the game itself, charges one of the game's pawns with magic. For the next 24 hours, the winner gains a +2 luck bonus on skill checks and saving throws against fear and death effects.
Whoa.
Once used, a pawn loses all magic and becomes a normal playing piece. A game of Fortunate Passing has 10 pawns. Once all 10 pawns have been used, the item becomes a mundane Senate game set.
How many of these pawns are still chargeable?
All 10.
Whoa.
We should play this game. I don't know anything about it because Onuris hasn't shared.
We don't have an hour to sit down and play 2 games of Senate.
We just play one game and we pick the person who needs the luck bonus and maybe we aid them.
Sudi always needs the luck bonus.
Sudi's a lucky cat.
Doesn't mean I can't
I was thinking
use
the
more luck.
rogue might want it on account of traps and such.
Also this.
Also has a bonus to save versus fear and death effects.
I already get those from
Which
other
means
sources.
the rogue might want it
Yeah.
on account of bad will
I
saves.
don't know if we need to use it immediately.
I feel like
I like that we're just going down. It's like, hey, by the way, what is this? And like we just like stop in an alleyway and like have to play the game immediately.
I didn't know it was magical.
Holy crap, let's play some Senate.
Maybe when we rest tonight, that might be worthwhile.
How long does the effect last?
Just what,
24 hours from the time that you play the game.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah. that's what I
Okay,
was
we'll play
saying.
it tonight.
Cool.
That's very interesting.
What happens if you lose?
I'm assuming
You don't
nothing.
get the benefit
Does
of
it eat one of the charges if it's against the game?
if it's against the game itself.
The game gets
Yes,
Okay.
it uses one of the charges.
So
Okay,
you
I was about
definitely
to
should
say, 'cause
not
that
play
would
against the
mean-
board
Yeah.
unless you are real smart or real lucky.
Yeah.
Or by yourself?
I also like it because it's randomly determining.
Yeah.
Because some of it is luck, so you can't just choose to not win. You have to make the roll.
Yeah.
And so
If it wouldn't take too long, I'd say just bust out our real Senate board.
Oh, that would be so cool.
I don't think it would take that long. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it takes 30 minutes.
It would take
No,
longer.
I'm just joking.
not in real
We
life.
do a Twitch stream of us playing Senate and me being mad at Rachel for beating me.
There we go.
Sitra always gets the bonuses.
Well, Rachel just always wins at luck games.
Yeah.
Anywho,
So yeah, you have a Senate board.
I slide it back in my bag.
Here's actually the shocking thing for it. Treasure value wise, it only costs 1,040 gold pieces.
Wow.
Wow.
I
It's a
feel like
surprisingly
when this thing
affordable.
charges expire, we go to the magical board game shop.
Which we've now learned is a thing, apparently.
Well, I also feel like this is one of those items.
And
you
the guy
get-
is really like, you want this Jumanji game? And we're like, no, we want the Magic Senate
We
board.
don't want the Milwaukee version. We want the Syrian
Syrian or
version.
bust. But it feels like one of those things that you get in a game that you should use in the game. Like every now and then there's items that are
Yeah.
like, please, dear God, use this.
Yeah.
Also thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
It is an excellent item, so
It's very fun. We're going to
That's
play
real
tonight.
cool.
And then I'm going to become a ghost and write Sudi a note. It's going to be a whole thing.
Onuris is like, my life is very complicated right now.
Is it more or less complicated than it was previously?
Probably more. We've got ghosts and...
Guys, I don't know. I
But
feel
it's
like
so much more exciting than just like looking at old things and like reading old books and
the
scrolls
Onuris
and
thinks
stuff.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is a curator.
I just feel like Onuris' life has always been really weird and
Also,
complicated.
it just occurred to me as you were talking about doing your profession curator check that you are Wonder Woman, kind of, because like you're really old and like you being a curator of stuff.
Yeah.
Except Onuris is a guy, and
Oh, yeah.
not that martially focused.
Well, I'm not the demigod, whatever. There's a lot of knots, but...
that would kill for the Wonder Woman theme to be my theme, though. She has
Yes,
like
yeah.
the best theme.
Yeah, really good.
Anyway,
Super sick.
of all the problems that people could point out with the DC universe,
That
Wonder
one
Woman's
song.
theme
That riff is good.
is great.
We continue to the pyramid and the dog creature, which I'm 100% sure is not going to be a dog.
I think it's a jackal.
I bet it's gonna be undead.
I'm ready to wild empathy. You prepare your calm animal spell, and we're just going to be like...
Quick, dog, play me at Senate.
But then it'll win.
With our luck, it will definitely win.
Turns out, even with the dog's -5 intelligence,
I'm just rolling that one.
still beats me.
We make Isra play it.
There are
We make the animal companions play each other.
Yeah.
I think that would be very interesting.
Eventually, you round the corner. A long neglected garden and 30-foot tall obelisks decorate this broad walled courtyard. Several squat outbuildings stand near the western wall, but a sprawling sandstone building with steeply pitched pyramidal roof and elaborate reliefs dominates this property. As you step free of the street and into the enclosed courtyard here, you find that the sands aren't quite as thick. On either side of the entryway towards the building is flanked by 2 large pillars, effectively forming a covered approach towards the front door of this structure. Next to this are 2 palms that still grow despite the age of this place. Nearby is what seems to be a naturally formed small oasis or bubbling spring.
Pool.
A pool.
Your burden.
Oh, he said it was just water.
It's only about 15 feet from one side to the other, although you suppose it permeates the ground with enough water to actually allow these plants to still endure after these centuries of neglect. The walls here are inscribed with ancient Osirian hieroglyphs. The obelisks on either side also seem to be covered with a variety of different hieroglyphs, seemingly more of names than statements or prayers. Desert scrubs grow here and there around the edge of the water. The outbuildings off towards your left-hand side, as you begin to make your way in, all 4 of them are cracked open. Not in a somebody broke it down, but in something battered its way out.
Oh,
Oh boy.
these guys were not sanctified correctly.
A long-limbed, sleek black canid lounges underneath the shade of the palm by the edge of the water. It eyes you suspiciously, the jackal turning its head and observing you. Its angular ears pointed up and forward as it watches you. It doesn't stand to its feet, but it eyes you warily.
Does it have a collar?
You do not see a color. You do see some tears in its hide along its back right flank.
Oh, buddy.
Seemingly 4 digits, like the clawed digits of a human hand.
Can dogs be ghouls? Okay,
No.
cool. I reach into my pack and pull out a hunk of meat because I have Isra's feed.
Ezra licks her chops in anticipation.
Stay. And then I'm gonna. Hey,
She eyes the dog
buddy,
hatefully.
I have a thing.
Go ahead and wake me a wild empathy. Go ahead and give yourself a +2 bonus.
Nice.
Circumstance bonus for that chunk of meat you're carrying with you.
-2 on handle animal with Isra for the rest of the day. That's good because I rolled real bad. Like the worst. 8.
8.
I rolled a nat 1.
Of course you did.
It stands up, watching you suspiciously before darting back past the brush, finding a crack rent in the surrounding wall and wiggling its way through, out to freedom.
I throw the meat really hard over the fence wall.
Okay.
Ezra goes running after it.
Ezra leaps in the air. and
I told
takes it.
Isra to stay.
It's actually a pretty hard throw because the walls are really high, but...
Just gonna try. Was it like a ranged attack?
Well, it's a hard throw, but I'm going to say you can make it.
Oh, okay. I just throw.
You just slap it into the side of the wall and it just kind of goes, peels off and just gets all dusty and
I'm sure it's
and
hungry,
gross.
so.
I'm sure a zombie won't find that first.
Oh, well, at least somebody's getting fed, I guess. Hopefully the dog will.
14.
I wipe my hand off. I close my bag.
You stick your hand out to Ezra. And she
Fine, I
licks
give
it.
Isra a small piece of something, and then I close my bag.
She nods to you.
Well, that didn't work.
I think this was the pool and the dog your bird mentioned.
Most likely.
It was totally a jackal.
Is this area natural? Is the stream not being fed by something magical, perhaps? It just seems a little idyllic for this area.
This used to be the entire city of of Wati. It was a beautiful place.
I'm gonna walk over to it and, like, look in the water, inspect the water, to see if it's just regular water.
You can make a survival check if you wish.
Onuris looks lost in thought for a moment.
I get a 15. You reminded him of being old. And I look at the water.
The water is crystalline clear. Sand makes up a majority of the bottom of this pool, although there is still some stone directly beneath this. This seems to be fed by some sort of underground stream. It looks to be naturally occurring, just kind of bubbling up here. The outer edges of it, the evaporation just kind of keeps it in check from growing too large. And reaching a hand down, scooping a handful, bringing it up to your lips, it's sweet and pure.
Yeah, this is just good water. I'm going to fill my water skin.
Very well.
All right, so you'll do the same, I guess.
Does Isra jump into it? Or is it leopards that like water?
I mean, she'd come over and start drinking from it. I mean, leopards can swim.
Yeah, there's some big cat that likes water.
Tigers really like water.
Tigers.
And I think
Jaguars.
jaguars.
We all take a refreshing sip of water.
Yep.
That jackal was attacked by ghouls or something. It had claw marks fingered.
We should enter the building and see what we can find.
Yeah.
Do we
Agreed.
start with where they busted out, or just
Those
do the
are
main
just
one?
little side.
There are 4 buildings that are separate. So where you are right now, looking around, there are 2 obelisks, one off towards your right, one off towards your left. So you could observe either of those if you wanted to actually check the obelisk, but you'd need to be able to speak ancient Osiriani. There's Osiriani writing along the inside walls here. If you wanted to read any of those, you could go and check the 4 small buildings. They're about 15 feet long by about 10 feet deep. The single door set on one side of them. And then there's the wide double doors which lead inside of the main structure. One of the 2 doors that leads inside of the structure is cracked open by about 5 feet, although each of the doors actually stretch up to a height of close to almost 20.
I would like to check the obelisk.
All right.
What do the walls say?
Okay. Sagira, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna keep an eye on things.
Sagira's not good with those ancient Osirian
I can't read
letters.
Ancient Osiriani still, and I'm just gonna make sure no ghouls are attacking us while you guys read like a bunch of nerds.
There's only the one way in that you've seen, although the jackals made you aware of a separate entrance.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of look at both.
Okay. Citra?
So both of y'all are reading?
Yeah.
So then I'll help Sagira guard. So.
All right.
Reading's cool. I take it back.
So let's go ahead and get a perception roll from Sagira and Sitra. From Sudi, approaching towards the obelisks. Go ahead and make me, it actually works well. Go ahead and make me an knowledge engineering.
Cool. I got a 12.
With a 12, there's only one thing that you can really determine looking at these obelisks. First off, you can read them. Looking them over, this is a long list of names and titles. Each one of these cases, it gives a name, it gives the individual's title, and then it simply wishes them life, prosperity, and health.
Oh, okay.
With your engineering check, the only thing that you can determine, the style of these obelisks is traditional and is well done, but not as well done as these buildings. These buildings are exceptionally well made. These obelisks are standard. You can't imagine that the craftsmen of the stonemasons guild would have constructed something so simple. Judging by that, you can only assume that these obelisks were constructed after this structure.
Weird.
Onuris, glancing around the hieroglyphs on the inside walls, these hieroglyphs are old. Each line of these seems to be about a different structure, a different building. Going through, you can see it lists the primary stonemason as well as his direct apprentices and designers for this structure for this pharaoh, this structure for this pharaoh, this structure for this pharaoh. They, of course, place the pharaoh at the top of the list because it's his guidance and brilliance that came to the stonemasons for them to design these structures,
How far back does it go?
seemingly almost to the founding of Wati. Including amongst this, you notice a couple of things, including the commission and construction of the House of Pantheru, the commission and construction of the archives of the Ibis, the Observatory of Truth and Wisdom, the Temple of Risen Osiris, the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye.
Is my father's name or my name on this wall anywhere?
Glancing this over, there are markings for Djerdit the First, Djerdit the Second, and eventual Djerdit the Third.
Hey, that's me.
And yours is like, yep. You know? He points it out to us, just the only one. Me.
A variety of different structures commissioned by pharaohs for almost the entirety of the first and even into the second age of Osirian, just written across these walls in examples of their accomplishments, of their greatness.
I'm so awesome.
Is there like a blank spot?
You don't see any blank spots. You would also note that when here it mentions the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye, it specifically mentions expansions too, not the initial construction.
Because it predates Wati.
Yes.
The walls are a list of the pharaohs and what buildings they commissioned.
Are you on there?
Yes.
Which one's yours?
And yours would show her his name.
What'd you commission?
The Shrine of Horus.
The Shrine of Horus.
Yes, this makes sense.
These obelisks are a list of names and wishing them all good health and long life. The construction of them is very standard, kind of basic compared to the other buildings around here, so that's probably was something added afterwards.
Like a gravestone? Like a marker saying who died here?
I don't know.
Weird.
Seems kind of strange.
It is strange. It's too basic. It's not extraordinary like most of the stuff that these stonemasons built. It stands out.
Does it move?
I mean,
Well, it is 30 feet tall. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like maybe you can spin it. It's like a puzzle. I don't know.
Sudi's not even going to try that because, like, good gracious.
We should check the outbuildings before heading into the main structure.
Agreed.
I got a
Oh.
6 on my perception. Did I
6 on
see
your
anything?
perception, Sitra.
I got a 21.
21 from Sitra.
Oh, sorry. I can't get a 6. I got a 6 plus 11, which is 17.
Wow.
My perception. Sorry, I rolled
That's
a 6.
much better than 6.
I rolled a 6.
Jeez.
I was like, how did you get a 6?
I rolled a 6 on the die.
I trusted your math. Maybe
And then I was like, math. Oh, I'm perceptive.
I like that we're in the place of the
yes, we're in the
arithmetic,
they would not like us here.
That's an oxymoron. Those shouldn't be together.
Maybe for you. I like numbers. Sudi
Numbers
probably
are the
doesn't.
devil.
They're not the devil.
Citra,
Yes.
you just kind of glance around. Sagira is mostly minding the main entry. You're keeping an eye on that side path, a little bit towards the side of the building, since you haven't. The walls that protect this structure circle around this courtyard and circle around the back of the structure. So you still don't know what's on either side of this building or the back of the building. So you eye that somewhat warily. As you make your way over, you notice past the pool, you see a variety of the prints of the jackal, which came up here. The prints from Sagira, where she made her way over, leaned down and got some of the water. And then you see a single other print. A boot print at the edge of the water in the mud that doesn't match yours or Sagira's, and none of the others have been over here. It can't be old, it's just an imprint left here filled with water on the edge of this pool. As if someone else stopped, seemingly probably taking a knee, possibly drinking from this as well. It is booted though, not barefoot.
Sagira.
Yep.
I see a boot print.
Sagira looks. When pointed, can I see the boot print?
Yeah, you can now see the boot print. You can make a survival check if you so wish.
20.
I aid.
2.
With a 22, as Sudi and Onuris argue over, what does the double bird mean? It's like, well, this appears to be Middle Osiriani, and this appears to be Early Osiriani, and they changed the meaning between the two of them when they're wrapped by a serpent. They're having a whole intellectual conversation.
We hear a lot of
I'm just-
sighing.
I'm just imagining it looks like a bird, a stork or something. A manifest! Sorry.
Sudi's still learning.
Yes.
I've only memorized that movie.
I shouldn't watch it.
It's on Netflix.
The two of
I
you,
own it.
the two of you take a second to look this over. Sagira, you just kind of place your foot near this to kind of a measure. The person who made this print was probably human. The boot print isn't wide enough for that of a dwarf, isn't thin enough for that of an elf or anything like that. It's obviously too large to be any of the smaller races. Judging by both the boot and the imprint, it is probably a man, and seemingly alone. You kind of glance back. You see a few signs of passage of someone making their way in. You can't do anything from the street. The wind there is too strong. The sands blown through the street don't retain prints long enough. But here, sheltered inside of this courtyard, someone came in, maybe seemed to have checked the hieroglyphs on the obelisks, came over here, stopped, kneeled by the edge of the water. You can only imagine maybe refilling his water skin as you did. Then you see another 3 prints as the person turned, and then you see the prints making their way through the sand up towards the steps leading to the main door. You note you see no prints of someone leaving.
It's either snakelet or Barefoot Man found shoes.
It
Can
is
we
possible.
please stop calling him Snakelet?
I thought you were going to say Barefoot Man.
No, we're definitely cool with Barefoot Man, but Snakelet is weird.
Snakelet's cute.
It's probably the asp. Let's take the simplest explanation and go from there.
So then who are the other three?
The cultists.
No, I think it's the same. I read it as like 3 steps. It was 3 new people?
No, it's all one person.
Yeah.
One person.
You see
okay.
3 boot prints making their way up there.
So I think he might still be here.
Then let's head inside.
We head inside. I draw my sword.
Your
Sword.
Yep, my sword. I feel like letters that you're not supposed to say sometimes get lonely.
Thoughts of Jessica at late night games.
So sometimes I like to say them so that maybe they don't feel so lonely. I don't know. Humans are weird, right? They like personify stuff.
Yes, we do, and we anthropomorphize and
That's
all that.
the fancier, real correct word.
Yes. There you go.
Interesting.
You ascend up the steps. You don't have to press open the door, as there's enough a gap for all of you to step through already.
Look for traps.
Citra, I imagine keeping an eye out. You have trap spotter, yes?
I do.
Fair.
Oh, okay, cool.
Citra keeping an eye out as Sagira takes point. Again, she could have rolled if she made her way up there with you guys. But nope, she was safely tucked away staring at a statue. You
I
guys
mean,
get-
that sounds right.
Stepping inside, all of you activating your variety of different light sources. A long, wide passage makes its way forward, running through the center of this building. Deep niches line the surrounding walls, on either side, off to both your left and right as the passage continues ahead, dividing blocks of detailed hieroglyphs. Ancient scrolls and loose bits of parchment lie scattered across the floor of this room. Not from a collapse of the shelves or anything. This could have only been done by someone pulling these papers down.
Oh, and yours is mad.
so upset.
Are there tracks?
You may make a perception or survival check to search for traps.
Do we hear the sound of someone ripping books off a shelf?
The passage continues from where you are ahead about 40 feet before making its way into a larger chamber. A statue stands at the end of this passage, looking into the room beyond, although what the statue is, you can't be entirely certain. So, Sagira's making survival checks. Sudi,
Just keep an ear out for danger.
all right.
Also making a survival check.
Aiding another or separate?
I'll do separate this time, just see if I see anything different.
Okay. On yours?
On yours, he's probably glancing around at the hieroglyphs and the papers just to see if there's anything that catches his eye.
He's getting out his curator glove so he can delicately pick up all the papers.
You may make an appraise check if you so wish.
Me?
Yes.
Appraise or curator?
I would also allow profession curator or knowledge engineering.
On yours, it's a 29 on curator.
Knowledge engineering.
I'm looking for danger first.
All
He's
right.
keeping an eye out for danger.
Dang.
Somebody has to.
And Citra made a
23.
23. Go. Both of you can see a few specks of mud here and there of someone who made their way in on top of the papers. The mud here is dried. Citra, you could easily pick this out. Sagira, you're going to guess that these tracks are maybe from yesterday, maybe 24 hours old.
Okay.
Only. The papers were already on the floor when this man came in. You think he maybe hesitated a moment, but then made his way forward, deeper into the structure. They don't seem to make their way to and fro the sides.
So somebody else pulled these down, not the guy that we're following. I still don't see any signs of him leaving, but he seems to have gone that way, and she points the direction of the tracks.
Could have been the cult if they were trying to find the plans of the expansion to the temple.
Yeah, they could have pulled him down. It was about a day ago that this guy came in, though,
So it could be the asp.
and he could still be here.
Here's hoping. I'd much rather bring back a live person than a dead one.
Regardless, he didn't seem especially interested in these papers.
I mean, he hesitated before he continued. I don't know if that's like, oh, I'm stepping on papers, or oh, somebody else might be here, or oh, I got stung by a scorpion. Let me pause for a second. Like, I don't know.
Is there anything significant, like where he stopped?
You see no scorpions.
No scorpions.
Not what I asked, but okay.
I'm playing off of her statement. No, looking about, It's quite possible if the person didn't have a light source, they stopped here to light a torch. I mean, you can't be positive. They just seem to have hesitated for a moment. At the very least, you can see 2 planted boot prints. I mean, they could have very well just stood here for a moment until their eyes adjusted to the darkness.
I just didn't know if there was something that would pop out.
Sudi, go ahead and roll me a perception roll.
Oh boy, is this sight-based?
No.
Yay!
Hey.
Another nat 20 for a 33. Holy cow.
I don't know if it's losing your eye or getting a dice tower.
Why not both?
Why not both? You don't hear anything outside. You're kind of standing there with knowing that your eyes aren't your most perceptive organ at the moment. You have one ear trained towards the front door, one ear trained back down the hallway, swiveling your cat-like ears back and forth. Only the wind greets you from outside, but down the passage, you can hear distant and distinct whispering. Very, very soft. And almost seemingly from not a single distinct point. Although with the high voltage ceilings in here, it's difficult to get a pinpoint on anything. It sounds like 2 voices, male and female. You can't make out what they're saying, although the lilt to it is distinctively Osiriani. Archaic Osiriani.
I think I hear somebody further ahead. 2 individuals, male and female.
Oh.
Speaking possibly ancient Osiriani or some version thereof. We should investigate quickly. They may know we're here.
On your searching the papers, there are several original manuscripts, historical treaties, scattered across the floor. Honestly, this room seems to be a collective wisdom, although once again it's dedicated to what was important to these people. These are different forms of schematics. It takes you about 10 minutes as Sitra and Sagira are searching the tracks. Sudi probably giving more of his focus down the hallway now towards the interior of the building, watching, maybe even eyeing the walls now with his previous run-in with shadows and the idea of this place possibly being haunted. Firstly, you can kind of appraise that these papers and such are valuable, although again, this is a tomb. This isn't something you're going to
Onuris
take.
isn't going to take anything. You just...
What's interesting to you is what's not here. Going through here, picking these up, you see maps and diagrams for homes, businesses, municipal buildings. No temples.
Someone's come through and taken all the maps of the temples.
Cultists probably did that.
All of them? Not
I can't
just...
find it. I haven't found a single one.
They may not have known what they were looking for, or where the thing they were looking for would be.
But they figured it was in a temple somewhere.
Or it could be when they didn't find it in the Temple of Nethys that they...
Well, no, they found it. The cultists found it in the Temple of Nethys.
Well, the cultists...
The cultists didn't find it. Ekram said they didn't find it.
Yeah, these are different people. Somebody has the mask that may not be that cultists. Because the cultists were still searching, remember?
Yeah.
Or the silver chain ones were.
Yeah. We don't actually know who has the mask.
Or what?
Except that he doesn't wear shoes.
Like a snake.
Like a snake.
Oh my god, it's the asp! Ah!
And the temple expansions are one of the things out on the wall under, I would assume, my father's name.
Yes.
Well, the Barefoot Man was seen here. At least by the Faded. Or
Was
a
it-
Barefoot Man.
Was it before or after
It
the
was
mask
the same day, thereabouts, by
Yeah,
the
same
time
day.
we
So they
edited the
probably-
timeline correctly.
came here, found the plans, and then knew exactly where to go?
Had a golden mask, right?
That's why we assumed that it was probably part of the silver chain, but may not be.
Maybe they just didn't bother communicating that to the rest of the gang.
Or the Skyfarer took him over. Bah. I mean, we know possession is a thing.
I look at my ring wistfully.
Your hand slaps you in the face.
Does lethal damage.
Not acceptable. At least I don't have
Stop
favorite
hitting yourself.
enemy. Favorite enemy myself.
Oh, God.
Yep.
But I don't have that, so it's all good.
Yes.
No favorite enemy native outsiders?
Nope.
Not yet.
But if there's voices ahead, we should probably go and greet them.
Hopefully it's the asp and he's made a friend.
Any friend in here is probably evil or dead.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Why not both?
I do a cool sword spin, like to head toward the hallway.
Making your way forward, The passage ahead opens up into a large room. One that probably immediately makes you very uncomfortable. Tools and notes have been placed upon this chamber's broad stone work tables with apparent significance and precision. Not for work so much as being almost enshrined in a place of honor. The chisels and picks and tools and measuring devices that would have been used by these people at the height of Wati. This probably would have been a training room at one point. However, its purpose seemed to have been changed by the faith of Pharasma. Dozens of sarcophagi lying along the walls, surrounded by dusty urns, statues. In the far corner, a disorderly campsite mars the mathematical order of the room's design. What looks to have been a small fire pit, a few leftover bedrolls, and a scattering of the refuse left over from people staying here. What immediately disturbs you as you glance around, the 3, 6, 9, 12, you think nearly a full score sarcophagi, is that not a single one of them is shut or occupied. A doorway exits off this chamber far off towards your left. The chamber continues around off towards your right-hand side, past where that campsite is. And around that corner you can see another archway leading deeper.
Is this campsite, like, new, or what's the deal with that?
Now you can make your way over to investigate the campsite if you wish.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Sudi's keeping an eye on those that archway further forward.
The one off towards your left? Or the one around the corner off to the right?
I mean, quick check, can I even hear, like, whispering or anything? That would tell me which way they might be.
You can go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Sure. I knew it had to happen. I roll a nat 1 and get a 14, so probably have no idea.
You can still faintly hear the whispering, but it almost sounds like it's coming from the walls.
Ooh, creepy.
At this point, all of you can faintly hear it. It kind of itches at the back of your mind, like you physically hear it, but at the same time, almost that sensation that it's coming from inside of your head.
That's a weird voice, right?
Could be ghosts.
It's coming from...
Or the building could be haunted.
Sagira.
Not right now, Arasetti.
Want to marry Sudi.
He's already got a girlfriend. Why didn't you pick someone that was single?
hey, you.
Why not Onuris?
Girlfriend. That'd be weird for other reasons, but better than Sudi, because Sudi has a girlfriend. This is
What are you
weird.
doing?
We're looking at this campsite, I guess.
I'm gonna... snap judgment, I'll choose the way off to the left.
Are there any other footprints? I mean, Onuris doesn't have survival. That's
There would
actually...
be a survival check to search for tracks.
Onuris would probably actually ask.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if you ask, then I'll look for those. But I'm probably going to look for them near this campsite.
All right.
Sitra will guard the other way.
Take the right.
Yeah.
Very well.
Smart.
So the two of you split off. Sudi, you have your crystal pharasma.
Yes.
Citra, you've already, I imagine, activated your wayfinder.
Yeah.
Onuris, I think, has a light spell on himself.
Onuris can see in the dark, and everybody else is carrying a light source. He hasn't been casting light unless somebody's asked him to.
Okay, well, with them splitting off, you're going to be out of the bright illumination for both of their effects.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision, so I need light.
Azizi, light. Sorry, it is the second time that joke has been made. Okay, Jessica was the first. I just listened to it in an earlier episode. I just had to.
Oh, okay.
I love that movie.
But when
Respect.
She
Where
doesn't
respect
actually
is due.
say that.
and they
will
wandered
clarify.
off, the light went away, and I was like, oh. I look at Onuris like, I can't see.
Onuris would cast a light spell
Yay.
on Sagira.
All right. So, Natron's fang bursts into light.
Sure.
I mean, probably
Shooting
on
a
her
soft
cat
pink
skull.
glow.
Well, I wouldn't do
Ooh,
it
my
on her.
cat skull's cool.
I wouldn't do it on her weapon because when she starts swinging it around, that would just
Light
be
show.
like
Gets all bloody, and then all the light's red.
Turns into a raver.
And we've got purple light and
Yeah.
like kind of like reddish
Yeah.
light, and then we got
The cat skull's cool. We'll do
The
the
whole
cat skull.
thing.
That's cool.
The wayfinder has a kind of a soft golden yellowish
I mean,
light.
I figure Onuris' light spells are bright white natural light with
The
the
sun.
sun. Yeah.
sunlight.
All right. I look for tracks. I only get a 20.
Very well.
Onuris is just kind of gonna poke around this campsite.
Yeah, you can make a perception roll to search the site.
You had to make a joke about me rolling high, and ever since then I've rolled low. I
I know your weakness. 17?
Jinxing.
I know, he jinxed me. He wants us all to die.
And go ahead and give me a perception roll from Sudi and Sitra.
I'll take 10 for a 23.
All right.
Citra gets a 26.
23, 26. All right. So, starting with Sagira, there are two different types. Actually, there are more than two different types. There are numerous tracks over here. There are the newer ones, those from yesterday, that you can see made their way over here.
Okay.
Seemingly almost much like Onuris is. Coming over here, checking the edge, checking around. Almost seemingly looking for tracks themselves.
Okay, so our friend came over here and looked at this site.
After that, he seemed to have made his way back in the direction, back past where Sitra is right now.
And then he went that way, I point.
South. These other tracks, though, this site's been abandoned. Probably for the better part of maybe a week.
So, lottery.
You would guess that there are at least 6 people here. Maybe more. A variety of different people.
Huh.
But what stands out to you is set off towards one side, where you can see that someone seemed to have been looking over the hieroglyphs in the surrounding walls. More hieroglyphs denoting the accomplishments of the people here, because it's the only barefoot set of tracks.
Dun, dun, dun.
So it looks like the guy that we followed in here looked at this and then went over toward you, Citra. But there's been several, like more than, that scary number, half a dozen. But additionally, some barefoot tracks, which lines up if we think the barefoot man's been here. Reading the walls, so I don't know if the walls have anything interesting.
Do I see anything in the campsite to say for sure this is probably people from the lottery that got stuck inside overnight and had to pitch a camp? Or
yeah, that is from a week ago. Since it's been 10 days.
I know, right?
What's happening?
I've known Sagira for 10 days.
That's why we're still rocky terms. It takes longer than 10 days to be like, you're cool forever.
Looking around here, 2 bedrolls have been left here. Although the area has been cleared out enough that probably, Sagira's saying a half dozen people. Scattered remnants of numerous, I don't want to say just like empty paper bags, empty Big Mac wrappers are scattered about everywhere. No,
like
ration
butcher
wrappers.
paper.
Yeah.
Butcher paper.
Big Macs all the way out
Big
to
Macs.
Necropolis.
You can
There
get-
really is a McDonald's.
There's a McDonald's, and right next to it a Starbucks, and across the street another Starbucks.
One is for the living people, one is for the undead.
Yes, one has blood, the other one doesn't.
Segregation. How rude.
No, looking over here though, you see a variety of different butcher paper that would have been used to keep trail rations fresh. One person here apparently just didn't like the dry biscuits and simply scattered them off into a corner.
God, Onuris is so upset right now.
There's signs of habitation and burn marks across the ceiling from soot because they actually lit a fire in here to keep themselves warm in the cold nights.
Who the heck sleeps with a bunch of corpses, by the way?
Also, papers and fire don't go well together.
These people stayed here for days. You don't see any signs left over, just judging, glancing about from anything. But whoever these people were, they stayed here. And if this was a week ago, it means that they were here from the beginning of the lottery or before.
This may be a silver chain camp.
That would make sense.
If they were here before the lottery.
What does the hieroglyphs on the wall that barefoot guy was looking at say?
They look to just be more statements of this construction here, this construction
This
here,
is-
this construction here.
This is just more of what was outside. But you said the newer person went down that hallway? Onuris
Yeah.
would motion towards Sitra.
Sitra, as they're stating this, you're, I imagine, kind of listening back over your shoulder, approaching this door. A single archway leads deeper. Through this archway, you see it's just a short passage, no more than about 6 or 7 feet. The walls on either side are unadorned. The hieroglyphs don't continue on into this smaller side room. The room is not exceptionally large. Even from here, your light casts from one side to the other, no more than maybe 13, 14 feet. Even from here, as you approach, you can smell it. The stench of decay. Not the dry, arid stench of the dead. that you're used to here. But no, the fresh smell
Something
and the
squishy.
soft buzzing sound of insects.
Yuck.
As your light illuminates the chamber, it glints off of something. Laying on the floor is a large, huddled mass, wearing some form of red. Although it's difficult to tell exactly what color as it's bled over with the horrible red shade, the blood. A golden mask lies on the floor nearby.
I think I found more evidence that the silver chain was here.
I'm gonna go see what that is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you turning back, Sudi, or?
I'm gonna kind of walk back. I'm still keeping an eye on that door because I don't trust it.
All right.
It's a mimic.
Doorway is a mimic. Which I don't want to turn my back on it in case this is like some kind of a distraction.
Shank, shank.
Approaching closer, the mask that you see here isn't a man. There's actually, you can see the scraps of clothing and such. Blood splatters across the surrounding walls, and it is to this that the insects cling. The mask lies by itself, because whatever was once carrying the mask is gone. Not from the claw pulse, but from the severe burn marks etched across the floor, that of flaming snakes bursting from whatever was this mass and tearing through the room.
Cultists.
A single other body lay slumped off towards the side, burned severely. A mummified corpse toppled onto its side, seemingly lit horrifically on fire, judging by the amount of its wrappings that have burned away, and fills the air with a sweet smell which counteracts this horrible stench of rotting blood. The smell of burnt myrrh.
So a cultist got into a fight with a mummy, and the mummy killed the cultist and then exploded and killed the mummy.
So we were following a cultist?
Or he chose to kill himself to kill the mummy and let his friends go.
The guy that came here came by himself. If this is... How fresh is this blood?
It can't be more than a day old.
So this guy was by himself, if this is the guy we've been following.
We don't know.
Is there anywhere for them to go past this space?
No, it ends in here.
This is the guy.
So it's not the asp. Maybe
No.
he was coming here to rendezvous with them and then found the dead instead.
I don't know if I agree with that because the silver chain and the faded hated each other, so I don't know if they would want to work together for this.
That's what it means, is that the asp had nothing to do with this, that the man we're following was probably was coming here to meet the other cult members. But they weren't here and he found the mummy instead.
True. Doesn't tell us why the asp would want to come here, though.
Asp
we
may
don't-
not
That's what
come
she's
here.
saying. She doesn't think the asp
here.
came at all.
Oh.
This guy wasn't the asp, is what we're saying. Unless the asps decided that he actually hates his dad and wants to work for the other guys. Which I guess isn't out of the
I
question.
mean, I wouldn't entirely blame him.
Is there anything of use left on this cultist guy?
The
Or is
mask.
it all
You
been
can make a
burned?
perception roll to search the body.
Let's do it.
Sudi is still keeping an eye back towards the...
Yeah. I'm assuming that you're probably in the center of the room where you can see both that way and look down the other corridor
Yeah.
back towards your companions.
So we have the other entryway that probably mirrors this one, which is just another room, and is that it?
The weird whispering.
Yeah, there's only the other archway that leads out of this room, and there's still that pervasive whisper. Sudi, you're about 50 feet away from them, but that's not far as a monk is concerned.
Yeah.
I could fly and kick over there.
And yours
Pretty
makes a really bad perception roll. So
All right, so what do we get from the perceptions?
I also didn't roll great. I got an 18.
21.
on yours also got an 18.
Oh, well.
Makes that easy.
We didn't roll great. 18.
I rolled a 9. It's below average.
I didn't roll great. I rolled a 9.
Well, I rolled...
It only beats out 40% of the other numbers.
Anything below a 10 is not good. I'm just saying.
Only in Heather World.
I rolled
I'm
like
just-
a 5 or something.
See, a
Like,
5 is arguably a not great roll.
I just have a bonus because we're in a city, and I have a bonus because
Fine, Heather, you rolled slightly below average.
Yeah, which is bad.
anything that's not good is bad. No neutral.
Black and white thinking.
On dice
Searching-
roll, yes.
Searching the body, you find whatever weapon and armors this creature once carried were either consumed or just badly damaged in the explosive burst. That being said, you can tell that this man at one point was carrying seemingly a dagger, a short sword, and probably It looks like he wasn't wearing any armor at all.
Well, they were wizards.
Yeah, judging by his clothing, you're going to guess that he was probably trained much the same as the 2 individuals, or 3 individuals that you fought alongside of
I think we're
Ekramethek.
magi.
However, amongst his equipment, a potion of undetectable alignment,
Interesting.
Cool.
a scroll of whispering wind,
Is that what's causing all the, Alright.
the only piece of surviving clothing, which was the red that you saw before, which is his cloak of resistance +1.
Cool.
You'd identified, Onuris had identified these previously, so I'll just go ahead and give that to you as well.
Does anybody else want that?
I've already got one.
Yeah.
So do I.
got one.
There's a set of thieves' tools, and the brass funerary mask, which you'd appraised previously at 25 gold pieces.
I'm taking that cloak.
There is also a small notebook.
That somehow didn't get singed.
It was inside of his spell component pouch.
Ah,
On yours, we'll pick up the notebook.
fancy.
Picking this up, opening it, glancing inside.
It's just a bunch of doodles.
A quick perusal shows details of names and locations for sites that he was to investigate for signs of the Mask of the Forgotten Pharaoh.
Hey. That was a day ago. They're still looking.
They don't know this barefoot man has the mask.
Yeah.
He's working independently of the cults.
The locations listed on here are the Merid's Caress, the Observatory of Truth and Wisdom, the Pyramid of Arithmetic Bliss, the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye,
Flow on the list.
the Shiny Bauble, and the Tomb of Minket Matya.
We followed him from there to here.
Yep.
The reason they hadn't found the mask is because that wasn't the first thing on their list to check.
The Merid's Caress and the Sanctum of the Erudite Eye have been crossed out.
But not
Oh.
the tomb.
They were looking after it had already been taken.
And as I recall, you shut the door to that secret passage
Yeah,
back
so they just were
behind
like,
you.
Yep.
guess not here.
Oh, look, somebody fought a golem here.
Okay.
Does it
so
have any sort of instructions about where he's supposed to meet up with anyone or anything like that? Something useful?
No, just a list of places that they seem to think he should be searching.
Okay, so
We don't have much more time to keep looking for the asp. We're on a time limit, and 3 of our compasses are already broken.
We should still finish searching this building just in case.
There's just the one archway, isn't there?
It could be more beyond that.
Sudi, go ahead and make me a perception roll.
the whispering is weird.
Alright, that was half
Ghosts
decent.
like Sudi, apparently.
So 25 for Sudi.
Jeez. Actually, let me go ahead and get a perception roll from the party. Just to make things easier for me, everyone else takes a -6 because of distance. Sudi's still standing in the center of the room.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes things super easy for me. So, Sagira, with your -6.
13 and Isra gets a 9.
Alright. Sudi got a
25.
Citra with the -6.
16.
On yours?
12, and on her it gets a 10.
Alright. Sudi, you stand here, shouting back down the hall towards Onuris. I imagine you honestly just need to whisper harshly because of the echo
Yeah.
in here. So just, there's still an archway over here. It's then that you hear the scrape,
There it is.
just barely audible over the whisper. And you turn, bringing your one good eye in that direction, since that archway, if you're turning and looking towards Onuris, is on your blind side. Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me a will save.
Oh, lovely. Is this, like,
Fear.
my list here, a fear effect, an enchantment, a death effect, mind affecting effect, or something to resist negative levels?
It is a mind affecting effect.
Hey, bonuses. I rolled real
Hey.
good. So that is a 27 to resist whatever this is.
And go ahead and make me a second will save.
Retro Raggy. My luck can't hold out for that much. It did hold out. Good for me. 24.
The whispering seems to intensify.
Oh boy.
You feel a cold shiver as you turn and glance down.
Ghosts.
Stepping free from the passage, with a confident stride, is a tall, skeletal, linen-wrapped figure
Oh no. Not
with
the
a
lemon.
golden mask upon its face. In one hand, still gripping the chisel wrapped into his hand to carry into the afterlife.
Oh boy.
It turns its placid golden face towards you, And then the shadows part.
Eh?
And a second mummified figure emerges from behind it.
Oh, no.
Interlopers, you will follow the other to death. It strides towards you.
Ah!
And we will pick it up here next time.
Why?
You wanted one mummy?
Why?
Not enough. Two.
Two
mummies.
Two mummies.
Two
many
mummies.
mummies.
Oh my god.
It is called
That's
Mummy's
me
Mask. I feel like instead of a dragon fight, it's just, oh god, it's a mummified dragon.
Oh jeez, no, why?
Right now.
You thought the mummies was possessive, but it's